As Ralph Waldo Emerson said, shallow people believe in luck and circumstance. Strong people believe in cause and effect. That's something that we all have to take ownership of. We all have to understand that our life is the summation of the choices that we make. Everything in our life is a choice, even whether or not to believe that we can grow and get better. That's a choice. Einstein said the most important decision any human being will ever make is whether or not you live in a friendly or a hostile universe. He called that a decision. You decide. There's no empirical evidence in your life whether things are good or bad. You simply decide how you're going to see something. You can see a catastrophic loss in your life as empowering because there's something for you to learn. Or you can simply see the loss. You get to decide what you see in that. And once you realize that life really is about cause and effect, that the things that you decide to see, the things you decide to focus on are going to determine the very quality of your life. Because if you decide to see in everything the failure, the loss, the pain, the suffering, then you're going to see it everywhere. But if, on the other hand, in everything, in every failure, you choose to see the opportunity, you choose to see the lesson, all of a sudden your very frame of reference becomes one of optimism. And from an optimistic lens, suddenly everything seems possible. Sure, it may require a lot of work. Sure, it may force you to grow and get better, but you believe, because you have that lens of optimism, you believe that it's possible. And so one of the most important things anyone needs to do, if you want to be successful, if you want to find that fulfillment in your life, the very thing you need to do is believe in cause and effect. Because then all of a sudden you scrutinize every choice that you're making. You believe that things are not simply a reflection of the circumstances into which you were born, who your parents were, where you grew up, what you look like. Suddenly you realize that really the very core foundation is what you choose to see. What do you choose to see in your parents? What do you choose to learn from where you grow up? What do you choose to learn from how you look? How are you going to navigate the world knowing that those things are the way that they are, but you can change them, or you can choose to reframe them and see them in a new light. And once you realize that you can reframe things and have a different physiological response. That's the crazy thing. Studies show that as you change your perception of something, it actually changes your neurochemistry and it begins to change the hard wiring in your brain. The very fact that you think of something differently changes your physical makeup. The choices, the decisions, the cause and effects in life are so real that they affect your physiology. But if you're fighting against it, if you're pushing back, if you're trying to see how you're a victim instead of trying to see how you're still in control of, if nothing else, your response. If that's what you choose to see, you're always going to be held back because you're looking at the world through the lens of pessimism. You're looking at the world through the lens of how things aren't possible, how they're not going to work, how things are broken, the frustrations, and that's where you're going to live. And once you understand that you live within your choices, then you realize how important it is to make better choices, choices that leads you towards your goal. That, at the end of the day, is how you should judge everything. I have a goal. I know where I'm trying to get. And does this belief, this decision, does it lead me towards that or away from it? And if it leads you towards it, you do it. And if it moves you away from it, you don't do it. And it is that simple. That is the cause and effect. Moving towards the things that move you towards your goals are going to get you to your goals. Cause and effect. Moving away from the things that move you towards your goals is going to move you away from what you want. Cause and effect. Once you make that the cornerstone of your life, then everything becomes possible. Because suddenly, it's all about control. And you are the only one in control.